Hi all, and today we're going to talk around the essential equality, diversity and inclusion strategies for Salesforce leaders in 2024. So I'll talk to you a little bit more around why ED&I matters, how to attract diverse talent to your organisation, and then some other key takeaways. So why ED&I matters to hiring strategy? We're looking to close the gap. 34% of respondents in our careers and hiring guide are using ED&I hiring practices to stay competitive in attracting talent. It increases performance. The McKinsey reports there's 36% more likely to have above average profitability if your company is in the top quartile for ethnic diversity. And it gives your firm a greater perspective. 75% of companies with frontline decision-making teams reflecting a diverse and inclusive culture will exceed their financial targets, says Gartner. So, top diversity challenges in tech. There is potentially a lack of gender equality. 62% believe there's an imbalance between the genders working in the tech industry. A lack of ethnic diversity. Despite accounting for roughly 13% of the workforce, Black professionals account for just 4% of all tech workers in the US. And a lack of social mobility. 87% of respondents in our careers and hiring guide held an associate, bachelor's, or master's degree. So, what impact is the skill gap having? Respondents reported that the increased competition for talent is their top staffing challenge this year, and 39% reflected that statistic. 80% of respondents report that the skills gap has either moderately or significantly impacted their strategic objectives. So, how is the skills gap impacting strategic objectives? It's increasing our current staff's workload, say 50% of respondents. It's increasing costs to hire contractors, 39% of respondents quoted that. There's less growth than expected, and there's an increased turnover due to employee burnout and staff leaving. A third said that. And there's difficulty keeping up with demand for services and missing potentially project deadlines. A quarter of respondents said that. So, why are innovative hiring solutions needed? If 56% of hiring managers believe there is an IT skills gap in the Salesforce community, and 46% of those respondents say that the skills gap has increased in the last 12 months, what can we do to close the gap on the digital skills gap and hiring challenges? So, the lack of qualified, experienced candidates in the marketplace. 50% of you say that that is a key problem within the ecosystem. Finding the right talent is time consuming. 45% of you state that. Attracting candidates with the right skills for our industry is difficult. 40% say that. Technology innovation is outpacing skills development. 27% report that. There's too much competition for talent and overinflated market rate for certain candidates. A quarter of you quote that. So, how do we attract diverse talent? We begin by collecting the data, and this is not always easy, but you need to have a starting point. You don't dictate university or degree grades, and you don't look for a pure culture fit, a historic culture fit. You offer more flexible and remote work opportunities to widen the talent pools. You make your brand and recruitment processes more accessible, and you promote role models internally and externally. You empower your employees to lead the change, and you listen to your employees and give them a voice. We've found that champions or working steering groups have really benefited our organisation. So, additional insights from the 2023-2024 survey of 1,000 Salesforce professionals. 80% of Salesforce professionals say people of all cultures and backgrounds are respected and valued in their organisation, with 72% believing their employer champions equal rights. 75% of Salesforce professionals say their organizations are investing in resources in ED&I initiatives, up from 66% last year. Only 52% of Salesforce professionals said promotion decisions are made fairly, though, in their organization, and only 63% of Salesforce professionals said their organizations have an equal gender balance at executive level. 62% of Salesforce professionals say there is gender inequality in tech. Only 45% of women believe employees pay men and women equally, while 67% of men believe there is no gender pay gap. Finally, 72% of Salesforce professionals said their employer promotes racial and ethnic diversity in the workplace. So, some last key takeaways. We're currently in a unique hiring environment facing major headwinds. There is a major skills gap still that's only growing, unfortunately, year on year. Considering an ED&I strategy can give your business the edge, whether that's gender, age, disability, they're all broadening kind of diverse talent pools to consider. And finally, innovative ways to attract top talent is a must to stay competitive in today's market. Really appreciate you joining us today and hearing all of our tips and thoughts on the current Salesforce market.